Welcome, 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 and thank you for joining me for another energetic session. Today's session is going to be focused on clearing evil eye from your energetic field. I don't have too much to say on this subject, but what I would advise is that if you are particularly sensitive to energies and to the projections that people are casting onto your auric field, it might be beneficial to you to get a pendant of some sort. They come in all types. You could get a necklace, you could get bracelets, rings, you could even get earrings. I don't know if you can see the eye on that. But anything that has an eye is sufficient for an evil eye pendant. Even if it's on your clothes, you could speak your intention over the clothes to tell them what they're supposed to do. I believe that the idea of evil eye is that typically when people are casting it your way, you're not looking at them, you're not aware. It's usually in passing or when you're looking elsewhere. It's more of a fleeting moment, and a lot of times people don't realize that they're doing it. And so if you have something that is looking back at the person while they're doing it, it can kind of reverse that energy and return it to center. So I'm not going to speak too much on the subject. I'm just going to get right into the energetic session. Now, I do have my sprays like normal, but I have them over here. I have to get them. So, starting with the Florida water. And then I'm going to follow this up with some psychic cleansing spray, just to kind of clear any projections. Now I do have some oils specifically for this session picked out. One is going to be a clearing oil, and the other is going to be a protection oil, so that if this is something that you come across regularly, if you're just in an environment of people that, they don't necessarily have to be bad, they're just a bit unconscious about the way that they're directing their energy, it will help keep this from sticking to your auric field. I have some incense here, sandalwood. I'm just going to kind of clear anything that's lodged in your energetic field. A lot of times, when people are casting evil eye on us, they are completely unaware. It's one of those things that is just natural to the human condition, typically out of envy or out of cognitive dissonance, not understanding what they're looking at, the type of energy that you represent to them. So I've got this oil. This is Olympia cleansing oil. And when I do Olympia cleansings, I like to put this on the eggs. But it works just as well without the use of an egg. So I'm just going to reach in to your auric field and just kind of pluck, pluck, pluck these negative projections off of you. Pluck, pluck, and pluck. I'm just going to massage this oil into your field. Pluck and because that is not yours to deal with. It's not yours to work through. This is something that they need to work through on their own. And just because it's not yours does not mean that you have to suffer through and burn it off as though it is. Dismantling any programming that's trying to stick to your energetic field and discourage you from being your most authentic, truest version of yourself. Because ultimately, that is what this is, right? They look at you some kind of way because they don't like the way that you're presenting, because it's not what would typically be considered right or compliant with societal expectations. And it could be that you just look too damn good. It could be that you're too something, too smart, too capable, too amazing. And it hurts their eyes. That's not something to concern yourself with. I'm just going to comb through. As I'm combing, I'm just going to project some positive life force energy. Say, we thank you for the acknowledgement that it is time for you to return to the source now. Whether that be the source of the energetic projection or to the void to be recycled for something that is more useful, something that is beautiful. But this lower energy is not welcome here now, and it must leave. And so it is. just going to take some protection oil. I'm going to work this through your energy field. And that way, if it happens again, these energies won't have anywhere to hold on to you. And they'll just bounce right off and return to center. And hopefully, in that return, the projector will realize that they have some things to work through. Very gently. And that can spark some evolution for them as well. Because we are all on this path together, whether we know it or not. Wonderful. I'm going to reach behind you and sip, 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 all the way to the crown of your head. And I'm going to seal this off with some taps on the sound bowl. Thank you for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed this session. I hope that it helped. And I will see you next time.